What's going on, everybody? New York Comic Con reveals are finally here, so we're going to dive into all the different Funko exclusives for NYCC. So without any further ado, let's get started. Here we go. All right, so I'm doing these in the order that they were revealed over on Funko's Instagram. They definitely started off with a bang, guys, with these first, I think 4 pops right here. These are all tied to the Funko Fusion game, which is pretty cool. And these are all limited piece as well. So we have a Skeletor that's limited to 1,000 pieces. There's also a Dilophosaurus, I believe. Yeah, and it's like the edified version of those, limited to 500 pieces. We also have a Chucky edified, so it's that purple skin, limited to 1,000 pieces, and also Megan limited to 500 pieces. These all look fantastic. I think they all exist already with like the molds and everything like that. Skeletor might be a little bit different, but it's pretty cool that they're bringing in limited piece pops, especially at 1,000 and 500. I don't know if any of these that I'm going to be going after personally. I think I want to try and get the Dilophosaurus out of any of them, but that's pretty awesome that they have some pretty limited piece pops in the form of the Funko Fusion ones. I think these are great. Next up, they revealed a pop music pop, guys. This is Britney Spears, Me Against the Music. So this is from a music video. There's a good handful of Britney Spears pops out there, guys. I think they started off with a couple, and then like a couple years later, they came out with more. But me personally, I'm not a big music guy. I don't collect the Rocks pops very often, but this Britney Spears one, you'll have to let me know if you're a Britney Spears fan. What do you think down in the comment section below? Next up, guys, we have another limited piece pop. This one definitely has a little bit of a higher piece count, but we have the Deadpool driving the Zamboni, which is pretty cool, limited to 8,500 pieces. And I want to say that this is from the first Deadpool movie that this comes from, if I'm not mistaken. A lot of people seem to be really excited about this one. This is a deluxe one, so it's going to be a little bit more pricey, probably like $30 if I had to guess. I enjoyed the Deadpool movies. I don't collect the Deadpool pops, but I feel like this is going to be a pretty popular one over at the con. Speaking of things that I feel like are going to be pretty popular, guys, we have a Loungefly bag of Deadpool with the heart with the Wolverine in the middle, and also a metallic Wolverine pop, limited to 1,000 pieces, a pop and bag combo. And just the sheer fact that it's limited, I think this is going to be a pretty popular one. Deadpool and Wolverine was obviously a smash hit, guys. It was a huge movie, so anything Deadpool and Wolverine, I feel like is going to do pretty good at this con. All right, on to something that I don't know much about. This is anime. This is Demon Slayer, and this is the Spider Father. From what I can tell, people really like it. I believe the Spider Mother already exists, if I'm not mistaken, or Spider Demon Mother, I believe. I forgot to add the demon in there, but overall, the mold looks great on this one. I'm not a big Demon Slayer guy, so I don't have really much to add to that, but it seems like they have a Demon Slayer pop every con. You'll have to let me know if you're a Demon Slayer fan what you think about this one. Moving on to more anime, guys, we have a One Piece exclusive, which I believe that they've been having One Piece exclusives for every con for the past little bit now. This is Pop Corazon right here, and this is, honestly, this one looks pretty cool. From what I can tell, I feel like they've been making almost every single One Piece character into pops. I don't watch the show. I think, well, I mean, I've watched the Netflix show. That's a little bit different, obviously. But as far as from a character standpoint, is this one, you know, that people are wanting? Let me know down in the comment section below, all you One Piece fans. And speaking of One Piece, we actually have another one, guys. We have a Buggy the Clown sitting in a chair. Yeah, we already have a Buggy the Clown pop. Do we have a couple? I think maybe we have one. We might have 2. This might be the 3rd. I can't remember, but we do have multiple now. So you'll have to let me know if this is one that you're after as well. All right, another anime pop, guys. We have Trigun. This is Merill Strife with Corone. I probably said that wrong. You'll have to let me know down below. I know nothing about Trigun, but seems like they have a good lineup of anime pops so far. And like I said, I don't have much to input on this one, but you'll have to let me know if this is one that you're after too. On to a couple of different Disney pops right here, guys. We have a Mr. Toad, which is pretty awesome. And one of my favorites on the con, guys, we have an animal, but not just one animal. There's 2 different versions. There's a regular and a flocked, with the flocked version being limited to 1,500 pieces. If I can, I'm definitely going to go after that animal pop, guys. I love this one a lot. I've been trying to piece together the Muppets collection. I have some of the newer ones, trying to get some of the older ones. I think the only one that I have is Miss Piggy, but this one is definitely one that I am looking for, and hopefully I can add it to my collection. It's a great piece. On to Pop Star Wars, guys. I want to say that this is the lone Star Wars pop that I've noticed so far. This is Kylo Ren right here, and I'm not quite sure why we're getting another Kylo Ren pop. We haven't really had much to do with Kylo Ren recently in any of the, you know, Star Wars movies, TV shows, and that kind of stuff. But I mean, it looks good. That's about all I'm gonna have, like, as far as an input for that one. But if you're a Star Wars fan, what do you think about this one? For all you Yu-Gi-Oh fans out there, guys, we have a Mystic Elf pop, and I gotta say, they do an awesome job on the Yu-Gi-Oh pops. There's all sorts of really cool designs and molds. Like I'm thinking like the Blue Eyes White Dragon is a great one, Dark Magician, all those. Like I remember that from my childhood. I don't collect the Yu-Gi-Oh pops, but I gotta say, I think this pop looks great. I think it's gonna be a pretty popular one at the con. All right, we're not done with anime, guys. We have a Bleach pop right here. It looks like this is a Toy Tokyo pop. I'm gonna be going into, once they revealed the share list, where these are all gonna be, if you can't make it to the con, where you can buy them at. But this one's Toy Tokyo, so you'll be able to get it on their website. But Bleach, we have Ukiora Shafar. I probably said that wrong as well. Overall, the design on this one looks great. I'm kind of interested to see how this will fit in the box because he has those horns right there, or if it will kind of like, you know, damage the window and everything like that with it being a little bit bigger. But from a design standpoint, I would say they definitely killed it on this one. I don't know, all you anime fans that love Bleach, what do you think about this one down below? All right, guys, for you Naruto fans, this one's a pretty cool one in my opinion. This is Matatabi Glow in the Dark, and this is a super size pop, so it's going to be a 6-inch pop. And I think I've actually seen pictures of this floating around, that this is going to be shared with Hot Topic, like it's already been released and hitting shelves. I don't know if it's been able to be purchased already, but the glow on this one looks really good, guys. I can see the glow picture right here. Honestly, like I said, I'm not an anime guy, but I can appreciate a really well-designed pop. I think this one's going to be popular for sure. A, because it looks good, and B, it glows in the dark. That's a recipe for success right there, in my opinion. All right, we have a jumbo-size pop right here, guys. This is Pop Pokemon Dialga, and I gotta say, this one is pretty cool. Pokemon fans have definitely been treated really well. There's all sorts of Pokemon pops, guys. I remember when they came out with the original ones, like the first one at Target with Pikachu, and now, you know, years later, they have had so many more. I don't know, I think a lot of people don't like the fact that they're like jumbo, especially if you're going to the con and buying this. Like, it's probably really hard to ship this home or get it home with you on an airplane, I would imagine, since it's so big. But either way, guys, Pokemon's always really popular. I think this one will do pretty good. Regardless of the size, I think people will definitely want this one. All right, for all you Dragon Ball fans, oh my goodness, there are a lot of anime pops at this con, guys. We have Dabura right here, and I gotta say, this one looks pretty cool. Don't know much about the character, guys, but I love the fact when they add little stands behind pops, you know, making so they have like a more dynamic pose. This one looks like he's jumping or flying. He's got his cape behind him, adding some movement and everything. The overall design looks great. You'll have to let me know, all you Dragon Ball Z fans down below, if this is something that you're after. All right, this one I think I'm gonna try and get. This is Sonic the Hedgehog, and this is Metal Knuckles. Look like this is gonna be shared with Toy Tokyo. They already have a Metal Sonic that came out, so this will pair along great with this one if you already have the original one. Gotta say, overall, this one looks great. I'd be curious to see if it has like a metallic finish on it. I don't know if the original one does, if I'm remembering correctly, but it would definitely make sense if it did. Like I said, this is one that I'm definitely gonna be going after. I like it a lot. All right, this is a part of the Coraline 15th anniversary line, guys. This is Coraline. I'm not quite sure what she has in her hands, but this seems to be a really popular one. I'm looking through all the different comments and all the likes on Instagram, guys. People love Coraline. It's such a interesting movie. I remember seeing this one in theaters when I was a kid. Kind of like freaked me out a little bit, but a lot of people like Coraline and everything like that. The pops are, you know, pretty sought after. They came out with some new ones and people like those. So it's interesting that they're bringing back another exclusive. I think this one is going to be very sought after for sure. Up next, guys, we have a Care Bears pop right here, guys. This is a pretty cool one. This is Cher Bear in the like witch Halloween costume. Don't really have much to, you know, input on the Care Bear pops. It looks like they made, from what I can tell and from what I've seen, they made a decent amount of them. But this is definitely a fun Halloween variant, especially because the con takes place in October, and you know, it's good to see, you know, some Halloween variant pops. So I think this is a fun one. This one I'm definitely gonna be buying, guys. I try and stay Looney Tunes complete. This is a part of the Looney Tunes line, and this is Witch Hazel. Speaking of October pops, this definitely fits that Halloween October mold very well. This is the first ever pop that they made of Witch Hazel. I love it when they make new Looney Tunes characters. This one looks great. Definitely gonna add it to my collection if I can. And yeah, if you're a Looney Tunes fan, let me know down below what you think about this one. And for all you DC fans, guys, the next one up, guys, is another pop of the Batman Who Laughs right here. I think we already have one that exists, but this one, honestly, I think is gonna do really well. I just noticed I'm zooming in right here, guys, and it looks like he's holding a Batman mask in like his fingernails or his claws, if you will. All right, I think this one is gonna be a really big seller. And like, it's only been posted for a little bit and people are absolutely loving this pop. So I think it's gonna be pretty popular. If I had to guess, it might be one, if not the only lone DC pop of the con. We'll have to see if they reveal more, but overall, this looks pretty cool. Okay, folks, moving right along, we have V-Friends right here, Pop Jolly Jacko. So this is kind of an interesting one, guys. If you're familiar with Gary V, this is something that he created a while back, but V-Friends essentially is, I think at one point it had some NFT utility to it. I think it's like comic book related right now, but it looks like it's getting its first ever Funko Pop, which is pretty cool. I don't know if I'll pick this one up, but it's kind of a unique one of its kind, so maybe I'll have to see it in person first. All right, up next, guys, we have Pop April Lovegate from Parks and Rec, and I gotta say, they've made a lot of different Parks and Rec variants, so this isn't one that I want to pick up. I'm kind of getting a little bit Parks and Rec fatigued, kind of like The Office. They've made so many different pops and everything like that. Not to say that this is like a bad looking one or anything like that. I just think they've made too many variants. Okay, this one's a pretty cool one, guys. We have the Wednesday pops right here, guys. We have Enid and also Wednesday, obviously, and they're in their like Halloween costume get up with the cats and everything like that. I gotta say, I did enjoy the Wednesday show. I'm not collecting the Wednesday pops, but I think this is gonna be very popular. All the comments that I've read and everything about this one, I think it's gonna be a smash hit over at the con. All right, this one is from the Sandman Pop Dream. I am unfamiliar with the show. I gotta say, the pop does look pretty cool. Don't really know much about it, guys. You'll have to let me know in the comment section below if you know anything about this. I really don't have 2 cents to add to this one, but it looks cool. I know that people have been asking about pops from this show for a while, guys. We have Lucifer right here and the title character right here, Lucifer. I know that there's actually some common pops that are coming out very soon, so these will tie in with this one very well, but I see this one being a pretty popular one over at the con. And I believe these to be the last 3 reveals of the con, guys. We have a Freddy headless, or headless Freddy, like a headless horseman kind of variant. Looks like a ghost as well. This is actually really cool. I wish they would have had a glow in the dark variant, but it looks like it's just like a normal one. But still, how they got this, how the overall mold and everything, how he's holding his head, I'd be interested to see how this looks in person. Looks like we have some Halloween themed Biddy pops, guys, with like Proto. There's Franny in there. Also a Freddy dressed as different like monster characters and things like that. There's a really cool Funko Airways t-shirt, guys. It's got a bunch of like New York skyline in it and everything like that. That's a fun shirt. And I believe that to be everything that was announced, guys. They do have a little list right here of where these are going to be shared with. Looks like we have a good chunk of stuff shared over on Funko.com, guys. I think the most notable would probably be like the Wednesday, the Headless Freddy right there. They also are going to be sharing that Deadpool and the Zamboni and also the Wolverine with the Loungefly combo. Those are going to be available on Funko.com. There's a couple of different show only things, guys, like the edified version of stuff, the Animal, the V-Friends one. So those are only going to be at New York Comic Con. Looks like Target's got a couple of things. Toy Tokyo, Hot Topic, Walgreens is getting an exclusive, which I'm confused that Walgreens is still getting in stuff. GameStop and Barnes & Noble. I'm confused that Box Lunch doesn't have anything. That's kind of weird. Walgreens got something, but Box Lunch didn't. And they also have a list. Looks like they're going to be sharing some stuff with Canada. I'm assuming that they'll probably have some lists for some other, different things outside of the United States and Canada, whether that be Mexico or Europe. I'm sure that list is on the way. But folks, that is going to do it, guys, for all of the New York Comic Con reveals. So the week of October 17th is when these are going to be dropping and everything like that, guys. So Funko Shop wise, it's either the 17th or the 18th that they'll be dropping. I'll have a link down below, guys, with the Funko blog that should have all of that information, but you'll have to let me know down in the comment section below what was your favorite reveal. I think for me, my tops would probably have to be the flocked animal for sure. The metal Knuckles is pretty cool. You'll have to let me know in the comment section below what was your favorite. Also, be sure to subscribe so you don't miss out on any future videos like this one here. Thank you guys so much for watching. Again, you guys are awesome and the best. Like always, remember to be kind to one another. Always promote positivity. I'll see you in the next video. Catch you guys later.